The equal but opposite force. The material of the immaterial. This is Nova, the antimatter Warframe. Nova's abilities confuse and harm enemies with explosive results. Nova's passive causes slowed enemies to have a 15% higher chance to drop health orbs, and sped up enemies to have a 15% higher chance to drop energy orbs. This might sound very odd and not too useful, but we'll talk more about this later. Null Stars summons particles of antimatter to surround Nova and increase her defenses. Enemies that come too close have one of the orbs fire at them, dealing blast damage with a guaranteed blast status chance. You can see how many particles Nova has remaining on her ability bar over Null Star's icon. Null Star can benefit from some mods that benefit general weapons, as opposed to a specific weapon type. For instance, an aura that increases damage to weapons on equip will help, but one that boosts pistols won't. I did not know this until doing research on this. For the duration of Null Star's activation, Nova will have increased damage reduction per particle, up to a limit. Antimatter Drop creates an orb that floats slowly through the air at the endpoint of your reticle. Upon making contact with a surface or enemy, the orb will explode, dealing blast damage in a radius around it. Holding the ability again will fire the orb at a faster velocity. Firing at the antimatter drop orb will fill it, increasing the damage of the orb. Additionally, any enemy struck by antimatter blast takes a guaranteed blast status chance. This is a very useful ability for dealing with groups of enemies, as well as aiding her later abilities. Using her antimatter to tear open reality, Wormhole allows Nova to create up to 4 portals at her location. These portals can be used to travel to their endpoint instantaneously. Enemies that enter the portals can also be moved through them, allowing you to prevent enemies from making it to a location if positioned properly. A fairly useful effect of these portals, additionally, is if you use a physical projectile such as grenade launchers, the projectiles will be transported through them as well. While it won't fire them back, enemy projectiles will be stopped, it seems, if they contact a portal. Antimatter Drop will also charge halfway to full if it travels through wormholes, altering the physical state of all enemies around her. Nova's Molecular Prime will prime her enemies with antimatter. Tapping the ability will slow them, while holding the ability will speed them up. See, I told you we'd get back to her passive. Primed enemies that die will explode, dealing blast damage to enemies around them. This can lead to a chain reaction of enemies exploding to kill enemies, which then explode, killing enemies that explode. Enemies affected by Molecular Prime will take twice as much damage as well. Pairing this with Antimatter Drop can easily cause multiple explosions in order to daisy chain the blast damage. Nova is a very good frame for clearing rooms and halting enemies, making her good for just about any situation. At rank 30, Nova has 370 HP, 280 shields, 105 armor, and 175 energy. She has a Nerimon Aura polarity, as well as 2 Matter Eye polarity slots. Nova Prime has an additional 90 shields, 30 armor, 40 energy, and an additional Matter Eye polarity slot. Nova's main blueprint can be purchased from the market, with her parts found from the Raptor's assassination mission on Europa. Let's see Nova in action one last time. Matter cannot be destroyed, Tenno. Except by you.